Andrew, coming from you here in good old Natchez over in Mississippi. I escaped from New Orleans for a bit, and it allows me to show you this beautiful place here, Natchez in Mississippi. I'm enjoying myself very much, and I'll tell you, Natchez, she's a really beautiful town. Um, I do recommend if you ever have the chance, come by here. She's kind of built like New Orleans. New Orleans is a very beautiful town herself, but she's built in that Latin manner, and nice uniform military grid style. And this Natchez has that kind of feel too. You know, it's a Latin town, but um, it's a beautiful place. I'll tell you what. Everybody over here is nice. You should come over to see Natchez over in Mississippi and have a good time. I'm having a good time so far. I met a lot of nice people. Met a very nice Mary Lou Perkins. Go by and see Mary Lou Perkins if you ever go by Mississippi and Natchez. Wait, tell him Andrew the Creole Cajun, he sent you over that way. But it's a very beautiful Mississippi, and I enjoy myself. I gotta tell you something. Actually, it was actually kind of scary after that that New Orleans thing that was going on. I mean, the funny thing is, I was trying to leave the Isle of Orleans, and I said, I'm gonna be able to get out of there, and I'm going to be able to get off the Isle of Orleans and get out to I don't know. I said I'm gonna get out. but the thing is, the hurricane, at least in New Orleans, it wasn't so bad. For us over here, at least where I was living, my power, just the power went out. That's about it. But then the next day, I said, I'm trying to get out of town for a bit. And I went out of town. I went to Cajun country, and I went out to see, what is it? I went out to, what's the place? There's a lot of places in Cajun country you can go to. I went to St. Martinville. That's called Petit Paris. It's a very nice little place. Petit Paris is it's a very, very fancy little town. And I went over there, but I'll tell you what, I saw a lot of those alligators that were coming right through that area. And I said, oh, la. The thing about the alligators is that they are very, the young ones, the thing is, they don't know how to swim all that, or they don't understand storms. So there's all this rain coming out, and they just come out and they say, hey, I'm gonna say, let me swim right now during this big old storm. And they wind up beached, while the adult ones, they go onto the very bottom of that. They go onto the very bottom of the Mississippi River. And yeah. But how y'all doing today? But they go underneath the Mississippi River over there, and they know how to not get caught by the current. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, but I went through Cajun country. I went around Abbeville. And then I went to Lafayette. And finished off the day over there. I got a nice plate lunch. Got a really nice plate lunch. It was crawfish etouffee with, what was it? Crawfish etouffee with fried fish. Very delicious. I'll tell you what, it was a really nice dish right there, my dear friends. But Yeah. But I'll tell you what, today, this is a beautiful place. Natchez, Mississippi. I couldn't ask for a better place to be right now. And like I said, she's a beautiful town, Natchez, Mississippi. I really enjoy going to these Creole and Cajun places because they're fun. They're interesting. There's a lot of places that have existed for a long time, like 400 years, 500 years. There's a romantic air to them. And these places were all built in a Latin style. They're kind of like well, you're gonna have how a Latin. This is how a Latin Latin kind of idea. This is the ideal kind of villa. You want to have your the Latin. He wants to have his big palace, and then he have his palace on the way out, but he was gonna have a town to go to. He's gonna make sure he has his town to go to. He's gonna say, I want to go to my town over here. But it's a really nice little place. Oh, I gotta make a phone. Let me see. Well, anyhow, that person can wait for me. I'm the one making the shots here with this telephone. And I'll tell you what, it's a really beautiful time out here, though. Coming all the way out from Louisiana to Mississippi and beyond. This is the beautiful thing about being able to live in the United States of America. Also have the privilege. It's like the privilege of understanding all of it, Louisiana, and to be a part of it. It's all beautiful. It's a big patchwork, a big quilt, It says, hey, America, this is something beautiful that a lot of people have brought together. Let's make something really beautiful together with it. Let's do this. Let's make this a really beautiful patchwork. Let's mesh it together, and we bring all the best qualities together. That's what a Creole quality is, In French, we call it, and this is Louisiana French. It's called la qualité. And the quality of things is really important. You always want to have a good qualité. And if you're not having a good qualité de fun, you're going to have a bad qualité de vie. You're going to have a bad quality of life, You want to have a good quality of life. And that's what is important to know. La joie de vivre. The joy of living, my dear friends. Il faut garder toujours la joie de vivre. You always got to have the joy of living, my dear friends. You always got to know how to live it big. And then sometimes life says, hey, time to go calling the shots, Can't do this anymore. It says it's time to fold them. And sometimes it's time to fold them. Sometimes it's time to just, hedge your bets, but other times life is really good. And then you got the, la joie de vivre. The romanticism, beauty, the chateau. A lot of beautiful things that come from Creole culture down here. And I'm glad to share this with you all. Yeah. Well, to my dear, hey, mes belles supporters. Et tout cela, I gotta tell you that. It's a pleasure to have you there. And I'm going to be back in New Orleans at some point. But, how you doing there, monsieur? But for now, over here in Natchez, I'm having a really good time. It's a beautiful town. So, I'm about to get going. I'm about to get something to eat. Yeah, full magic shows.